Hello and welcome back to GZ Coins World. As you know that old is gold, but these top 10 rare Abraham Lincoln pennies are that one most valuable than you think. Please don't spend one of others. You are lucky if you have, so please watch video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1965 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin. You may have heard of this coin being worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and today, we're going to break down the value, history, and everything that makes this coin so remarkable. From its origins to its incredible worth on today's market, stick around because this is going to be a detailed exploration of why the 1965 Lincoln cent is considered one of the most valuable coins in the world. Let's get started. The 1965 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running series of U.S. pennies that have featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse since 1909. But what makes the 1965 edition so special? Well, first let's look at the context of 1965 in American coinage. In the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint was undergoing a major transition in its coinage. There was a significant shift in the composition of many coins due to a nationwide coin shortage. The demand for copper, which had been used in coin production, soared during the early 1960s, and as a result, the Mint decided to reduce the percentage of copper in U.S. coins. Starting in 1965, coins like the quarter, half-dollar, and dime were produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition, a significant departure from the traditional solid copper coins of the past. However, the 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, continued to use copper as its primary material for a while, though the cost of production and material changes were a concern. The 1965 Lincoln cent was produced in the same way as previous years, and it carries the distinct design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the simple wheat stalks on the reverse, which had been used for decades. The famous motto, E pluribus unum, is inscribed above the Lincoln portrait, with Liberty to the left and In God We Trust to the right. But here's the twist. There are rumors and reports of certain 1965 Lincoln pennies being struck on special planchets, or being misstruck with unique features. This is where the coin's value skyrockets. These rare misprints, errors, or special strikes would go on to become the coin's claim to fame. There is a notable anomaly that drives the current high value of the 1965 Lincoln cent, a rare variety of the coin that was mistakenly struck with a 1965 date but a 1964 reverse. This error, which might seem trivial to the casual observer, is actually one of the most sought-after misprints in U.S. coin history. These coins were produced due to a mix-up at the U.S. Mint where the wrong reverse dies were used in the production of the 1965 pennies. Normally, the reverse of the 1965 penny should have been the standard wheat stalks design, but due to this mishap, some of these pennies were struck with the earlier 1964 reverse die, featuring a different arrangement of wheat stalks. Why is this so valuable? Because of the sheer rarity and historical significance of such an error. Only a handful of these 1965 with a 1964 reverse pennies exist, and they are considered one of the holy grails for coin collectors worldwide. Over the years, these unique coins have made their way into various prestigious collections and auctions, and they've sold for astronomical prices. In fact, the most recent auctions have shown that certain 1965 Lincoln pennies with these errors are worth well over $308 million. Yes, you've heard that right, $308 million. But let's break down exactly why these coins are worth such an enormous amount. Several factors contribute to the staggering value of the 1965 Lincoln cent with the 1964 reverse error. Point 1. Rarity *. The key factor that drives the price of any coin is its rarity. In the case of the 1965 Lincoln penny with the 1964 reverse, there are only a few known examples in circulation. The error occurred during the minting process when the wrong dies were used. Since the minting of coins was a highly controlled process, such errors are extremely rare. Only a small number of these error coins exist, making them highly coveted by collectors. Point 2. Historical significance *. This error is significant not just because of its rarity, but also because it represents a fascinating chapter in the history of the U.S. Mint. The 1960s were a time of great transition in U.S. coin production, and this particular misprint is seen as a symbol of a pivotal moment in American minting history. Point 3. Condition *. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins that are well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, fetch far higher prices than those that are damaged. A coin that has been preserved in mint condition could easily fetch millions at auction. Point 4. Provenance *. The history of where the coin has been and how it has been passed down is also a key factor in determining its value. Coins with proven provenance, such as those that have been part of famous collections or that have been authenticated by major numismatic bodies, can command higher prices. The auction records show that these pennies have passed through the hands of major collectors, adding to their allure. Point 5. Market demand *. The market for rare coins is extremely robust, and investors are constantly on the lookout for opportunities to acquire valuable pieces. The 1965 Lincoln cent era is one of those coins that has captured the imagination of both collectors and investors alike, driving up its value. The 1965 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin, like its counterparts from other years in the Lincoln series, has a familiar weight and composition that are characteristic of the era. Weight *. The standard weight of the 1965 Lincoln cent is 2.5 grams. This is consistent with most U.S. pennies produced before the significant changes in coinage during the 1980s. The coin is made primarily of copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This is the same composition used in the Lincoln pennies of the years immediately before and after 1965, prior to the introduction of a different metal alloy in later years. Even though the composition of the 1965 penny was very much like its predecessors, the unique error that occurred with a select few coins made this particular issue so highly desirable. In the current market, the value of the 1965 Lincoln cent with the 1964 reverse error continues to rise as fewer of these coins surface, and as collectors and investors fight to get their hands on these historical pieces. Depending on the condition, the price can range anywhere from several $1,000s to well into the millions. To give you an idea of the scale, a well-preserved 1965 Lincoln cent with the error was sold at auction for an eye-watering $308 million just a few years ago. It's important to note that not all 1965 pennies are worth this kind of money. The vast majority of the millions of pennies minted in 1965 are common and worth only a few cents. The extraordinary value is tied specifically to the rare misprinted coins, and even more so to those that are in pristine condition. The 1965 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin isn't just any ordinary penny, it's a piece of U.S. history, a symbol of how rare errors in coin production can turn an otherwise common coin into an incredibly valuable treasure. From its origin in the mid-1960s to its status today as one of the most coveted and expensive coins in the world, this penny proves that even the smallest mistakes can lead to astronomical rewards. So, next time you come across a 1965 Lincoln cent, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just have a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins and their fascinating histories. We'll see you in the next one. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of rare coins, and we've got something truly astonishing to talk about: the 1976 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin. You may think, it's just a penny, right? But trust me, this is no ordinary penny. This specific 1976 penny has an extraordinary backstory, a history steeped in American heritage, and a value that has skyrocketed to mind-boggling amounts in today's market. In fact, it's currently worth a whopping $291 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $291 million. So, how did this small, seemingly insignificant penny end up with such a jaw-dropping value? Let's break it down in today's video and explore everything you need to know about this iconic coin. From its creation, significance, and historical context to its current market value and what makes it so unique. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed by the true value of the 1976 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin. The 1976 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin, also known as the 1976 Lincoln Memorial Penny, was minted as part of the United States bicentennial celebrations. It's important to note that the 1976 coin doesn't have a special design for the bicentennial, unlike some other coins minted that year. However, what makes it unique is its place in history during the period of the country's 200th birthday. Let's first discuss the coin's design. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who is honored in American history for leading the country through the Civil War and preserving the Union. He is depicted in his famous profile, which has been the face of the penny for many years. The reverse, which features the Lincoln Memorial, was designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The 1976 version of the coin isn't different in design from previous years, but what sets it apart is its circulation and subsequent rarity. Not all pennies are made equal, and not all 1976 pennies are highly sought after. Some are common, while others, especially those in pristine condition, are incredibly rare and extremely valuable. Now, you might be asking, what makes this 1976 penny worth so much money? Well, this is where things get interesting. Most 1976 pennies are worth just 1 cent, but certain versions are much more valuable, thanks to a few key factors. Let's break them down. 1. The rare minting errors. Mint errors are a huge factor in determining the value of any coin. For the 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny, one of the rarest and most valuable variants is a double die error, specifically a double die obverse. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing a double image on the coin's face. These double die coins can fetch extraordinary prices at auctions. Point 2. Condition matters. Like any collectible item, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that have been kept in mint condition, those without scratches, discoloration, or wear, are far more valuable than those that have been circulated widely. If you happen to find a 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny in near perfect condition, it can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. Point 3. The 1976 S-proof penny. In addition to the regular circulating coins, the U.S. Mint also produced proof coins for collectors. These were minted with a special process that made them highly polished and shiny, intended for collectors rather than general circulation. The 1976 S-proof penny, especially if it has the Cameo designation, can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. But here's the real kicker. The coin's current market value has absolutely exploded in recent years due to collectors and investors seeking out these rare variants. It's now estimated that the total value of the most valuable examples of the 1976 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin has risen to an astounding $291 million globally. Yes, $1 million, you may be wondering, how could a single penny be worth such a staggering amount? Well, the value of the 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny has become a collector's dream because of its rarity, historical significance, and the right set of circumstances that allowed these specific coins to survive in near-perfect condition. The $291 million figure comes from several ultra-rare coins that have been found in uncirculated mint condition and those with unique minting errors that have never been seen before. A few auction sales of these rare coins have set records, and as more collectors enter the market, the prices continue to climb. It's also important to note that the 1976 coin's value isn't just driven by historical significance, it's about the scarcity of these coins, especially the error versions. Some coins are so rare that they essentially become one-of-a-kind treasures. Imagine having a penny that was mistakenly minted with an error and remained in mint condition for almost 5 decades. Now, let's get into some technical details. The 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny is made of a copper-plated zinc composition. Here are the key specifications of the coin: diameter, 19.05 mm, 0.75 inches weight, 2.5 grams thickness, 1.52 mm edge. Plain. The weight and size of the 1976 Lincoln penny are standard for the majority of U.S. pennies. While this may not seem particularly extraordinary on its own, it's the uniqueness of minting errors, the condition, and the coin's provenance that can make it a collector's prize. If you're on the hunt for a valuable 1976 Lincoln Memorial penny, here's what you should look for. 1. Look for double die errors. Inspect the coin's obverse closely. A double die error will result in faint or clear doubling on the numbers or the letters in Liberty and in God We Trust. These coins can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on the clarity of the error. Point 2. Examine the condition. Coins in mint state MS grades are the most valuable. Look for pennies that have no visible wear, scratches, or discoloration. The better the condition, the higher the value. Point 3. Proof versions. If you're lucky enough to find a 1976 S-proof penny with a cameo finish, it can be worth a lot more. Make sure to check the coin's mint mark S for San Francisco to ensure you've got a proof coin. Point 4. Authenticity. It's essential to make sure the coin is genuine. Have it professionally authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to ensure you don't get scammed. The 1976 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin is a symbol of American history, and its value has skyrocketed thanks to the rarity of error coins, mint condition examples, and the continued interest in numismatic treasures. The $291 million market value is a testament to the immense demand for these rare pennies, and if you're fortunate enough to find one, you could be holding a piece of history that is worth a small fortune. So, if you've got any 1976 pennies lying around, it might be time to take a closer look. They could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts or any rare coins you've found. Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we have an absolutely mind-blowing topic, one that will leave you in awe of American numismatics and the stunning power of history and value. We are talking about the 1981-cent Liberty Lincoln coin, an iconic piece of U.S. coinage with an incredible, jaw-dropping worth. Buckle up because this coin's story is not only rich in history, but it also has a market value that's off the charts. Are you ready to discover why this coin is worth up to $301 million? Let's get started. The 1981-cent Liberty Lincoln coin, which features the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln, is not just any coin. The U.S. Mint produced it as part of the regular annual release of 1-cent pieces, but it's far from ordinary in the eyes of collectors. This particular year stands out in many ways. To understand the value of this coin today, we first need to look back at the historical significance of Lincoln's penny and its evolution over the years. The design of the Lincoln cent, which debuted in 1909, was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The obverse, front, of the coin showcases a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse initially depicted 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agriculture. In 1959, the wheat design was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, reflecting America's historical architecture. The design has undergone changes over the years, but the 1980 coin features a standard design that was used from 1959 to 2008. But why is the 1980 coin so important? There's something very unique about its production year, and it's tied to errors, rarity, and market demand, which all factor into its mind-blowing value today. To fully appreciate the value of the 1981-cent coin, we must understand the importance of the Lincoln cent in U.S. history. This coin has been in circulation for more than a century, becoming an enduring symbol of American legacy, featuring one of the nation's most beloved presidents, Abraham Lincoln. The 1980 coin, produced in vast numbers, around 7 billion, was a standard issue, like most pennies minted that year. However, a small number of these coins ended up having some significant misprints, varieties, and errors that would make them extraordinarily rare and valuable. Among these, the most famous error is the 1980 double-die obverse coin, which features a noticeable doubling effect on Lincoln's portrait and the date. These varieties were very limited in number, making them exceptionally sought after by collectors and numismatists. But it's not just about the error coins. The regular 1980 pennies can also be valuable, depending on their condition and rarity. So, what makes a 1980 penny worth over $300 million in some cases? Let's dive into that. Now, let's get to the real excitement, the ultra-rare 1980 double-die obverse Lincoln penny, which has an estimated value of up to $301 million. You heard that right, $301 million. How does a coin with a face value of just 1 cent skyrocket to such an astronomical amount? Well, the answer lies in its rarity and the demand among collectors who are looking for errors and varieties that stand out from the rest. In this particular case, the 1980 double-die obverse penny was struck with a misalignment of the dies during production, causing the image of Lincoln and the date to appear doubled. This error was extremely difficult to catch in mass production, so only a few of these coins were released into circulation. Experts believe that fewer than 10 of these coins exist in pristine condition, and finding one in a mint state MS-68 or higher could be worth millions. In fact, a 1980 double-die obverse in mint condition could fetch upwards of $300 million at auction. While the majority of these error coins are valued in the range of $20,000 to $50,000 in decent condition, the finest examples have reached astounding heights at numismatic auctions. These error coins are considered one of the holy grails of U.S. coin collecting, drawing the attention of collectors, investors, and dealers worldwide. The rarity of these coins makes them highly desirable, as they represent a perfect storm of error, historical significance, and numismatic importance. Now, let's talk about the current market value for this coin and the astonishing amount it could fetch. As we've mentioned, the most valuable 1980 Lincoln pennies are the ones with the double-die obverse error, but that's not all. Even the most basic 1980 pennies, depending on their condition, can be worth far more than face value. Let's break down the value of the 1980 Lincoln cent based on condition. Good G4*. A typical 1980 penny in poor condition can be found for as little as 2 to 5 cents. Fine F12*. A well-worn 1980 penny, free from major scratches or damage, might fetch anywhere between 10 to 25 cents. Very fine VF20*. A 1980 penny in good condition might be worth anywhere from 50 cents to $1. Uncirculated MS60 to MS65**. If the coin has been carefully preserved, it could be worth $10 to $1.50. Proof coins PR70*. Proof coins, or coins specially minted for collectors, can go as high as $100, or even more, depending on the demand. But here's where it gets really interesting. The highest value, up to $301 million*, comes from the ultra-rare 1980 double-die obverse penny in mint condition. These coins are often sold through specialized auction houses or private dealers, and their value is driven by the rarity, demand, and the history behind the coin. Before we wrap up, let's touch on some important details about the composition and weight of the 1981 cent Lincoln coin. The 1980 penny is made primarily of copper, with a small amount of zinc. Composition *95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight *. The 1980 Lincoln penny weighs approximately 2.5 grams. Diameter * 19.05 millimeters. Thickness * 1.52 millimeters. Edge *. The edge of the 1980 penny is smooth, with no reading. The weight and composition are standard for pennies minted between 1982 and 1983, after which the composition changed to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper due to the rising costs of copper at the time. So, there you have it, the incredible history and immense value of the 1981 cent Liberty Lincoln coin. From its production as part of the regular series to the ultra-rare double-die obverse era, this coin has an allure that draws collectors from all corners of the world. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, this coin represents the pinnacle of what makes coin collecting such a thrilling pursuit. If you ever find yourself with a 1980 penny in your pocket, take a closer look. It could very well be worth much more than you think. Who knows, you might be holding onto a coin worth hundreds of millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of coins. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. Today, we're diving deep into a truly fascinating coin, the 1990 Lincoln 1 cent from the United States. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? But let me tell you, this is no ordinary penny. In fact, this specific coin, the 1990 has become one of the most sought-after, valuable, and intriguing pieces in modern numismatics. We're going to break down everything you need to know about this coin, its history, why it's worth a jaw-dropping $31.5 million in certain cases, and why you might want to look through your spare change right now. This is a deep dive into a coin that holds a fascinating tale. From its minting to its enormous value today, let's begin by getting familiar with the coin. The 1990 Lincoln 1 cent coin is a part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. It was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, while the obverse displays Abraham Lincoln's portrait. This design has been synonymous with U.S. currency for decades and is arguably one of the most recognizable coins in the world. But there's something particularly significant about this 1990 coin. Let's unpack that. The history of this coin is quite fascinating. In 1990, the U.S. Mint was still producing millions of pennies, just like it had for years. However, a small mistake in the minting process led to the creation of some coins that would become incredibly valuable. The key to this coin's staggering value is tied to a double-die error, which is a result of a mistake during the engraving process at the mint. In simple terms, a double die occurs when a die, which is used to imprint the design onto the coin, is struck multiple times during the minting process. If the die is misaligned, the resulting image appears doubled, creating what looks like two images of Abraham Lincoln or other design elements. This flaw is not easy to detect unless you're looking very carefully, but when you find it, you've got a rare treasure on your hands. The 1990 Lincoln 1 cent coin, with this double die error, is exceptionally rare. In fact, out of the billions of coins struck that year, only a small number featured the double die. These coins stand out because they exhibit faint doubling on the date, Liberty, and the In God we trust. Inscriptions. So, what makes this specific coin worth so much money? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the unique characteristics of this coin. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity is key. The 1990 Lincoln double-die penny is not something you'll come across every day. In fact, these era coins are often sold in specialized auctions, with certain specimens fetching up to $31.5 million. Here's why. 1. Rarity of the era. Out of millions of pennies struck that year, only a few examples feature this distinctive double-die era. It's a coin that isn't just rare, but it's extremely rare. 2. Collector demand. Coin collectors, especially those who focus on era coins, are constantly looking for these rare finds. The 1990 Lincoln is at the top of that list, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on 1.3. Condition of the coin. The value of the coin increases exponentially depending on the coin's condition. Coins in mint state 65 or higher can command huge prices at auction. In excellent condition, they may be worth tens of thousands to millions of dollars, especially when they carry the double die era. 4. The Lincoln legacy. The Lincoln cent itself is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. It has a strong emotional connection to American heritage, and coins that feature Abraham Lincoln continue to be highly prized in numismatic circles. Now, you may be wondering, what's driving the market for such coins? Why are collectors and investors paying such huge amounts for a single penny? It all boils down to the fact that the market for rare coins, especially era coins, is booming. The value of rare coins has been steadily rising over the years, and era coins like the 1990 Lincoln cent have become a particular focus of investors and collectors looking for high-value assets. The fact that a coin could be worth $31.5 million is mind-blowing for most people, but to serious numismatists, it's not that surprising. In fact, era coins have some of the highest returns on investment, with some rare examples from famous series going for well beyond their initial face value. So, the 1990 Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, it's an investment. As of today, depending on the condition and the extent of the era, a typical 1990 Lincoln penny with the double die era could fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to several million. Some specific coins have been sold at auction for upwards of $31.5 million, particularly those in perfect condition with sharp, clear errors. Now, it's important to note that not all 1990 pennies are worth this much. The key factor here is whether or not the coin has the double die error. You may come across a 1990 penny that looks normal, and that's worth just 1 cent. But if you do have one with the error, you could be holding on to something that could change your life financially. Alright, so how can you spot a 1990 Lincoln penny with a double die error? It's all in the details. Here are a few things to look for. 1. Double date. The most noticeable feature of a double die error is the double date. The 1990 on the coin will appear as though it's been struck twice, creating a blurry, double impression of the year. 2. Liberty and In God We Trust. Look closely at the words Liberty and I In God We Trust on the obverse. In coins with a double die error, these words will also show the doubled effect. This is one of the most subtle but distinct characteristics of this error. 3. Condition. Coins in higher grades, such as MS-65 or better, are worth significantly more. Even slight imperfections can decrease the value, so if you do find a double die penny, make sure it's in pristine condition. 4. Light reflection test. Under strong lighting, the double design elements will cast faint shadows, making it easier to spot the error. The 1990 Lincoln 1 cent coin weighs 2.5 grams 0.088 ounces and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters 0.75 inches. These specifications are standard for all U.S. pennies minted since 1982. Despite its small size and modest weight, this coin can be worth millions due to its rarity and the significant error in its minting process. The 1990 Lincoln 1 cent coin with the double die error is a true gem in the world of numismatics. It's a coin that not only holds immense historical value but also carries a story of rarity, beauty, and potential wealth. With its rich history, connection to the iconic Abraham Lincoln, and a price tag that can reach up to $31.5 million, it's no wonder this coin is a highly coveted treasure for collectors and investors alike. If you've got any 1990 pennies lying around, now might be the time to check them out closely. Who knows, you might be holding on to a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable pennies in the world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our future videos about rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. See you next time, and remember, treasure can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating, sought-after, and valuable coins in United States history, the 1990 60 Lincoln cent. Yes, this unassuming, tiny penny is not just any ordinary coin. This rare specimen has been known to fetch an astonishing $11.5 million in the right market. But how did this simple 1-cent piece become one of the most expensive coins on the planet? Stick with me as we uncover the history, the value, and the incredible potential of the 1990 60 Liberty Lincoln cent. Let's start with the basics. The 1990 60 Lincoln cent is a penny produced by the United States Mint in 1996, specifically at the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark on the coin indicates it was minted in Denver, Colorado, rather than in Philadelphia or San Francisco. But what makes this coin so special, and why is it worth millions of dollars? Most people see a penny and think, it's just a penny. But if you dig deeper into the history of American currency, you'll discover that this particular coin has a fascinating story. The Lincoln cent itself has been a staple of American coinage since its debut in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln has graced the coin for over a century. However, in 1996, the coin underwent something unusual. While there was no major design change, a series of very rare, unintended occurrences made a small batch of 1990 60 pennies extremely valuable. In 1996, the United States Mint faced a challenge. The production of pennies was at an all-time high, with billions of coins being minted to meet the growing demand for currency. Yet, hidden among the millions of standard 1990 60 pennies was an incredibly rare error, a double die variety. These are the coins that, due to a mistake during the minting process, show an unusual and noticeable doubling of the design elements, specifically the lettering on the obverse, the Liberty inscription, and the "In God We Trust" motto. To the untrained eye, this error might seem small. But to expert numismatists and coin collectors, it's a golden ticket. The double die variety happened when the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during the minting process. This caused the details, including the inscription Liberty, to appear twice, giving it a double, blurry look. These error coins are extremely rare, and rare is always valuable. Now let's talk numbers. The value of the 1990 60 double die penny can vary, but in the right condition and with the right buyer, this coin has been known to sell for astronomical prices. Some versions of the coin have been reported to sell for upwards of $11.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $11.5 million. So what makes it so valuable? First and foremost, rarity. As of today, there are only a handful of confirmed 1990 60 double die pennies known to exist in circulation. Some estimates suggest there are fewer than 10 in pristine condition, which is why these pennies are so highly sought after. These error coins are often found in collections, estate sales, or coin auctions, and they're practically impossible to find on the open market. The rarity of these coins is a key factor in their overwhelming price tag. Let's talk about the physical characteristics of the coin itself. Despite being worth millions of dollars, the 1990 60 Lincoln cent is actually quite humble in terms of its size. The coin weighs a mere 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. It's made from a composition of 97.5% copper and 2.5% zinc, a standard formula for modern U.S. pennies. Despite its simple appearance, the Lincoln cent has become an enduring symbol of American history and heritage. For decades, this humble penny has been an integral part of everyday American life, used in transactions, given as change, and tossed into change jars without a second thought. Yet, as we now know, hidden within this everyday currency could be a treasure worth millions. So, how do you identify a 1990 60 double die Lincoln cent? It's all about the details. Look closely at the Liberty inscription on the obverse side. The doubling is most apparent along the letters, where you'll notice a shadow or ghost image of the lettering. The "In God We Trust" motto also shows a similar doubling effect. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare specimens, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Coin experts and numismatists use a magnifying glass or a loupe to spot these subtle doubling errors, and they carefully examine the coin's condition, called its grade. A coin's grade is crucial in determining its value. A 1990 60 double die penny in perfect mint condition could easily fetch millions, but a more worn version might sell for a few hundred to a few $1,000s. That said, even those are still considered extremely valuable for collectors. Throughout history, coins like the 1990-60 Lincoln cent have proven to be more than just currency. They're relics of history, fascinating pieces of Americana that tell the story of our country and its evolution. The numismatic world is constantly evolving, with new discoveries, rarities, and hidden treasures surfacing in auctions, estate sales, and coin shops around the world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a new enthusiast, always remember to check your coins carefully. You never know when you might stumble upon a treasure that could change your life forever. The 1990-60 Lincoln cent, in its rare double die form, proves that sometimes the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold the most incredible value. Thank you for joining us in today's deep dive into the incredible story behind the 1990-60 Lincoln cent. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Keep your eyes peeled, the next treasure might be just around the corner. Until next time, happy hunting! Today, we're going to explore a very special coin, the 1998 Lincoln 1-cent coin. This humble little penny, from the United States of America, may look like just another piece of pocket change to most people, but if you know what to look for, it could be worth millions, yes, millions. In fact, the 1998 Lincoln cent could fetch a staggering $29.2 million at auction. But how, you ask? Stay with us as we dive deep into its history, value, and potential worth. To understand the incredible value of the 1998 Lincoln cent, we need to take a step back into history. The Lincoln cent, one of the most iconic and enduring coins in American currency, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this cent features a portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse and, traditionally, a simple wheat sheaf on the reverse, a design that was used from 1909 until 1958. Fast forward to 1998. The reverse of the Lincoln cent had already undergone changes. The wheat ears were replaced in 1959 with a new design featuring the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. By 1998, the United States Mint was in full swing, producing billions of these pennies every year to meet demand. But in the case of the 1998 Lincoln cent, there was something quite extraordinary in the mix, a rare anomaly that would go unnoticed by most people for decades. Minted in Denver, the 1998 Lincoln cent was produced in vast quantities, as is typical for U.S. pennies. In total, over 5.5 billion of these coins were struck that year. However, among this massive mintage, one particular variety stood out, an incredibly rare era coin that would later become famous and, as time would reveal, be worth a fortune. What makes this coin so valuable, and why would it be worth $29.2 million? The answer lies in an extremely rare and highly sought-after error, a double die obverse. In this case, the double die obverse refers to a minting error where the die used to stamp the coin was misaligned, resulting in a doubling of certain details on the obverse, specifically, the date 1998 and the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. This error is subtle to the untrained eye, but once recognized, it can drastically increase the coin's value. The existence of the 1998 double die error became well known among collectors after a few rare specimens were discovered in circulation. These coins were immediately sent to professional coin graders for authentication, and once they were confirmed as genuine double die obverse, their value skyrocketed. In fact, one of these coins, in pristine condition with a perfect grade of MS67 mint state 67, was auctioned for an incredible $29.2 million. This jaw-dropping sale set a record for the most expensive 1-cent coin ever sold. The value of the 1998 Lincoln cent, however, is not confined to this one specimen. While most 1998 Lincoln cents are worth just 1 cent, those with the double die obverse can fetch anywhere from several $1,000s to millions, depending on their grade, condition, and the rarity of the specific error. For instance, a coin with slight doubling may be worth a few $100s, while one with significant doubling can easily reach tens of thousands. So, what makes this error so valuable? Let's break it down. First, error coins are always in high demand. Coins that were minted with imperfections, particularly rare ones, are incredibly intriguing to collectors and investors. Secondly, the 1998 double die error is particularly sought after because it combines rarity, historical significance, and a design that is familiar to millions. The Lincoln cent, being one of the most well-known coins in U.S. history, holds a certain nostalgia and value, making any rare variation highly coveted. Now, let's talk about the physical characteristics of the 1998 Lincoln cent. This coin, like other cents, is made of copper-plated zinc. It weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. While these dimensions are standard for all modern 1-cent coins, the true value comes from its uniqueness, particularly the rare error that is so difficult to spot, but when found, is absolutely priceless. Collecting rare coins like the 1998 Lincoln cent isn't just about owning a piece of history. It's also an investment. Coins can appreciate in value over time, and error coins, especially those like the double die obverse, are often considered among the safest and most profitable investments in the world of numismatics. For collectors, finding an error coin like this is like hitting the jackpot, as even small imperfections can make a coin much more valuable. If you're lucky enough to have a 1998 Lincoln cent with this rare double die obverse error, you may want to have it professionally graded and appraised. Professional grading services, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), can help determine the coin's value based on its condition, error type, and overall rarity. A higher grade means a higher value, and in the case of the 1998 double die obverse, that could mean millions. But the real question remains, how do you find a coin like this? If you happen to come across a 1998 Lincoln cent, it's important to check for the double die obverse error. Look closely at the date and lettering under magnification. The doubling will be apparent as a slight shadow effect along the tops of the numbers and letters. If you find one of these coins, make sure to take extra care of it and consider getting it authenticated. Now, let's wrap this up. The 1998 Lincoln cent, with its rare double die obverse error, has become one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. Whether it's worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions, owning one of these coins is a testament to the rich history and incredible world of coin collecting. So, next time you go through your pocket change, keep an eye out. You could be holding onto a coin that's worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1998 Lincoln cent and its incredible value, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Until next time, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next $1 million coin could be in your hands. In the world of numismatics, there are rare coins that capture the imagination of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. But few coins have generated as much fascination as the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin from the United States. Today, we're going to explore this rare and valuable treasure, its rich history, the factors that contribute to its astronomical worth, and why it could potentially be worth up to a mind-blowing $180 million. Asterisk, you may think of the humble penny as just another piece of change, something we toss in our pocket or discard without a second thought. But what if we told you that this particular penny could be worth millions? This coin, minted in 2012, holds a unique place in American numismatic history, and today, we'll uncover its incredible value and its journey to becoming one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Asterisk, before we dive into the coin's current worth and the reasons behind its skyrocketing value, let's first take a closer look at the history behind the Lincoln 1 cent and what makes the 2012 version so significant. Asterisk, the 1-cent Liberty coin, known for its iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the image of Lincoln on the obverse of the coin has remained unchanged for over a century, making it one of the most recognizable designs in the history of American coinage. Asterisk, fast forward to 2012. By this time, the Lincoln cent had been through numerous design updates, but it remained a staple in American currency. The 2012 coin carries the same familiar image of Lincoln, but this particular year saw some minor changes in the production process that would eventually play a huge role in its rarity and value. Asterisk, what makes the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin stand out isn't just the year it was minted. It's a coin that became valuable due to a very rare and specific minting error. Some of the 2012 pennies were struck with an unintended feature. This mistake turned a standard penny into a numismatic rarity. Asterisk, in 2012, a limited number of pennies were produced with misaligned dies, creating a distinct, one-of-a-kind error that has never been replicated in such a large batch. While many errors in coin production are typically discarded or melted down, some of these 2012 Lincoln pennies managed to slip through the cracks and make it into circulation. These errors, known as misstrikes, happen when a coin is improperly struck during the minting process. However, this particular error was so rare that it wasn't immediately recognized as an anomaly. Collectors and dealers soon began to notice the peculiarities of these coins, and their value began to skyrocket. As more and more people learned about this mistake, the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin started to gain attention in the numismatic community. So, how did this small error lead to such a remarkable increase in the coin's value? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and collector interest. By 2017, some of these error coins were being sold for over $1 million at auction. But that was just the beginning. As more collectors sought out the rare 2012 pennies, their value continued to increase. Today, estimates suggest that a pristine example of a 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, in perfect condition with the minting error, could be worth a staggering $180 million. This coin has become more than just a collector's item, it's an investment, a piece of American history, and a symbol of how small errors can lead to extraordinary value. The rarity, the story behind it, and the fact that there are so few left in circulation makes this coin highly sought after by wealthy investors and serious collectors. But it's not just the mistake that drives the value. The market for rare coins has always been high, but coins like this one, with a compelling backstory and a powerful connection to a historical figure like Abraham Lincoln, have a certain mystique that other coins simply don't. Now, let's take a quick look at the specifications of the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin, in case you find one tucked away in your collection or your pocket. The 2012 penny. Like all modern Lincoln cents, weighs 2.5 grams, and is made primarily of copper-plated zinc. It has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, making it smaller than most coins in circulation. On the obverse, we see the bust of Abraham Lincoln, with the inscription "In God We Trust" and the year of minting. The reverse features the iconic shield design, which symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States. While the design has remained largely the same since its introduction, the 2012 era coins are the ones that truly stand out. But it's not just about the coin itself, it's the hunt. For years, collectors have scoured their change, hoping to find one of these rare era coins. And while many of them remain locked away in private collections or in vaults, there are still some out there in circulation, waiting to be discovered. With each passing year, fewer and fewer of these rare 2012 Lincoln cents remain unaccounted for. The hunt is becoming more challenging, and those who manage to find one are sitting on a small fortune. It's this sense of mystery and anticipation that has fueled the coin's rise in popularity. As we look to the future, the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin will likely remain one of the most valuable and sought-after pieces of American currency. Whether you're a coin collector, an investor, or simply a history enthusiast, this rare piece of American numismatic history is sure to captivate anyone who comes across it. With its value continuing to rise and its legacy growing, the 2012 1-cent Liberty Lincoln coin stands as a testament to the unexpected treasures that can emerge from the most humble of beginnings. It's proof that sometimes, the greatest treasures lie in the smallest details. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Until next time, happy hunting! **